Okay. Surprise, we're looking at a cube thing. Nah. Okay, so I set this up. All this scene is I went up here, I clicked where are we at here? Plane 3D. It's tessellated like this, and then I duped it and moved it left and right. Oh, cool intro. Oh, thanks, man. So I duped it left and right, took all three of those, merged them, and then duped it up, and then duped it down, merged all of them again, and welded all of the verts, so it's just one mesh. I've then, before doing all of that, I duplicated the center one so that I have this one. So the reason for that is so that when I start to, when we try to capture this stuff, you turn perspective off, and then you frame this, and then you switch back to this one, and you would have your tiling square. So we'll get back to that after we get these blocks in here, and these stones, these brickaroonies. How you guys doing? The other thing we should look at here is, so this is the one we'll sculpt on, right? And outside here, that's all padding. We can probably do this and split hidden. Oh, I'm gonna make sure I have that eye on. Why can I not split hidden? What's that about? That's weird. You guys seeing that? How strange. Let's do this. Group visible. We'll invert that and we'll group visible. Have a cough drop in. What am I gonna do today? We're gonna get all the way to Substance Designer this time. Oh, that is weird. Group split. There we go. That works. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the buffer space on the outside. So now, turn the wireframe off. So the center piece that we'd started with is actually tiling. So if you go to your brush drop down here, which will be on the left panel as well, go to curve and then wrap once. You'll see it wraps on that seam. So you should be able to tile. And you do this, right? And then if you go to this one and you frame on that, you should be able to capture your tileable. We'll have to make the document the same size as well, but let's go ahead and undo that. So let's, I think I'm gonna load a brush. I'm gonna see if I can use the same bricks. Okay, so let's duplicate this. So, and then we'll, oh, nice. So when you're using a insert multi-mesh brush, your asset cannot have subdivision. So let's delete higher on that one. I think what we will do is start with this. And we'll do a brush of 140. If you hold down Control, it'll be the same size as the brush. So we're making these bricks much larger just so we can get through this demo. This is good too because we'll get some more resolution out of it. Yeah, we're going to make this tile. I'm going to offset this bit here. Man, there's some cool stuff in. So this is the new Zbrush as well. There's some fancy things in here, I tell you what. Okay, so we're already running into that problem that we were having last time. So what I'm going to do is actually take that one away. Take this. I'm like, come on, give me the move. Oops. Let me just offset this. I just realized let's see here. I have none of my custom UI. Empire, what's up, dude? What is that little marker next to your name? Porcelain. So we need to go to polygroups, auto group, so that we can single out this guy. All right, this is good. This is good. We're much further along than the last time. So I've duped this one just holding down control while I move it. And now this guy, we need to split this off. Split masked points. Okay, and then this one, we actually need to split hidden and get rid of the back sheet here. So delete that guy, and then we'll go up here. Okay, let's save this. Round 2. 01. There we go. Feels good. Okay. So that's the sculpt. This one's the frame. Let's turn these on. All right. We need to polygroup those again because they're the same. Okay, so got these. We're going to take this corner one. And we need to actually duplicate. We need to duplicate 4 times. Actually, no, we can delete. So this one needs to be offset on the Y. So you see there's all that room? No good, man. Going smooth today. We'll see. We will see. We got this gap problem here, right? I think what we will do is actually we will offset it back. We'll take this one and we'll offset it closer to the thing so that it's close. And then we're going to take the whole thing and just scale it so that it fits inside of that space. So let's merge down. We'll save this again. This can get pretty unstable sometimes, so I'm just kind of... Oh, why? Oh, I see what's going on. We need a new document. Let's drag that out again. Let's hide this. Go to... All right, so it's moving. Got the tile. Just going to scale this up till this is close to the center. So you see what I'm trying to do is cut the top brick and the bottom brick in half. This is just to match the scaling problem that we have right now. Oh, I just noticed this one's further back. That's all good. Anywho, okay, now we need to get rid of this. We need to get rid of the bottom one because we need to guarantee that the bottom one's going to mask or tile correctly. We'll delete that one. Duplicate. This is so, like, there's got to be less steps to it than this. So funny. What's your preferred program workflow for game-ready models? Moto, Zbrush if I need to sculpt, and then Zbrush to make low-res, depending on the asset, and then baking in either Substance Painter or Moto, and then into Unity or Unreal. Textured in Substance Painter. Does that answer your question? Offset on the Y. It's 1, 2. Let's see where we're at here. And then we'll hide this one. All right, cool. So this set here tiles. So what we can do. Yep, thanks, man. No problem, dude. So let's merge down, merge down. I'm gonna save this again. Saving often because there's a lot of steps in here that can just totally go wrong. So now we're gonna duplicate this one. Actually, let's delete that one. What I want to do, so you can see the seam or the line of the backdrop or the 0 to 1 canvas that we're going to be baking to. The edge of this brick gets really close each time. I don't want that to happen, so I'm just going to move it like this. Let's see if that's going to cause me some problems. If it is, then we'll go back and just not do that. So now we should be able to offset in the X. There we go. Cool. So now we just need to solve this center area. We'll start with the top, I think, because that's gonna be good, I think. Oh yeah, you should join that Discord. Are you doing game art, or are you just learning stuff, or? Oh man, we're already running into gap problems again. That's cool. It's cool. We're going to start making some irregular bricks. That's what we're going to do. So you see. So the bricks that are inside of this space, you can actually can kind of do whatever you want with them because it's just the outside parts that you want to worry about with the tiling. Yeah, see these ones out here? They're outside of the tiling space. So technically they don't need to be there. So we could start grabbing these ones too, because those aren't crucial to the tiling. It's this one and this one that are crucial. So we're just gonna move these guys into place as well. Oh, I don't want to move that. Forgot about that one. Dangerous. It's made a pretty messy wall here. Okay, so let me make sure I'm doing this right. So this top piece, right? This needs a tile because it's right on the edge. I'm gonna just tilt this one this way. We'll just dupe it again. Let's rotate it around so it's just not so duplicated. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so these two. We're actually going to split these off. Let me save this. Yeah, after we get these all in position, I'm going to need to tilt them a little bit. It's cool, it's cool. No, it's fine. This is okay. This is fine. What you don't see is all the fire around me. This is fine. So we're going to split masked. It's partially hidden. Oh, get out of here. Can't have that partially hidden action. Okay, split masked. There we go. Take these top ones. Let's dupe these off. Duplicate. We need to offset. I'm going to offset it twice. There we go. Need to go back to this guy. Oh man, I don't think that's duplicated. Let me... No. Okay, cool. So I don't know if you can see. There's some that are going further in than others. We'll worry about that in a little bit. So let's make sure we're... Yeah, cool. Is there already one there? Yes, there is. Okay. Oops. Just gonna turn this one upside down so it's not too tiley versus the rest of this stuff. I'm gonna squish this one. Super squish this one. This is going way smoother than on Monday, right? I probably just jinxed it, but that's okay. We can live with that. Okay. Let's save this. That's a little too extreme. But let's do that, and then oops, no, I want to do that and this. Let's bring those down. So what I'm doing now is looking at the heights of some of these. All right, those are linked. That's fine. Oh man, you know what I was not paying attention to? Is did I move any that are supposed to be tiling? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I'm scared now. I'm just going to check here really fast. I feel like I moved that one. No, I did not. All right, cool. Top left? Did I touch the top left one? Oh, don't tell me that. This one, yeah? Okay. So let's let's on the side. All right, what we're going to do. God damn it. I knew something was going to happen. So let's do this. So these ones, I'm going to start sweating. Oh, you're second place. Dude, what is this marker thing next to you, Kami? You and Force have it. Hey, Nathan, how are you? Okay, we're just going to merge down, merge down, merge down. We're going to hide everything in the back. I'm going to polygroups. We're going to auto group. And then I'm going to Control Shift and just click these outside ones. And we're going to split those ones off. Man, I knew I was going to do something like that. Okay. So these are the split off ones. And then we need to take, what do you think here? Okay. So if we split those ones off, we can dupe it this way. That will take care of all of these ones. Like this one's still not needed. That'll take care of all of those. We need to split this one off too, I think. Or no, that's going to be this top corner one. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to do this. I need the guide to make sure I'm grabbing the right ones. You never know. Don't need those. I'm going to take that one off. And I'm going to leave these two here. Split hidden. Okay, this set. I'm going to delete that. I just did that. Okay. We're going to take this set. We're going to duplicate this. We're going to offset. I did not, what? Oh, I don't have the other one visible. We need that on because I need to double check. Okay, offset. Offset. Very good. I'm going to take this one. Split these off. This is where I need to customize my UI so I can split hidden can just be up here. Duplicate. And offset. There we go. And then we just need to get these corner ones. Because I couldn't confirm if the corners were... So I'm going to move this one up. Like this. Just make sure these are the same. Yes. And take those ones. Merge down. Duplicate. Man, this is like... He wants to beat reads all time? Oh my god. Sick. Those are super nice to get too, man. Thank you. Crisis averted. Well, let's see. We have no idea what's going on right now. Brain. Come on, brain. It's my Friday today. You guys have a 4-day weekend? All right. This confirms everything should be tiling. Famous last words. So the other thing you can do is you see how like I merged the centerpiece in? If you don't merge those together, then you can guarantee that you'd have to switch subtools in order to mess with the, what do you call it? Mess with the tiling. So let's look at this really fast. I mean, this isn't too interesting, but it should work. It should work for what we're trying to do. So let's go ahead and save this. Okay, so we got this. Now we're gonna go up. I'm gonna rename this bricks. Let's go to sculpted. So on this mesh, this is gonna be the one that we sculpt on. Let's go ahead and get our sculpt on. So I don't know if you guys know, but I've been using a mouse this whole time. This isn't very sculpt heavy, but let's go ahead and we're gonna do clay buildup, I think, or maybe clay. Let me see here. Yeah, we need clay buildup. So if I scale that up, let's try turning this on. All right. Because I'm curious, I have not tested this yet. We're gonna delete lower res. So this is just a high res mesh. I don't know if you can use Sculptress Pro. Oh my god, you can? What? No, wait. Oh, wow. So you can use Sculptress Pro tiling with the wrap mode. That's freaking cool. So let's go ahead and we're going to start with a really soft shift just because we just want some volume. Just want some shapes in there, right? So this is going to lower the resolution of all this stuff, but that's okay. Just have this wire on so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Now when we get in closer, we should start getting some better resolution. Let's lower this intensity now too. Yeah, cool. So I've really softened up this the alpha. Man, this the new ZBrush seems more performant friendly too. I guess it's the amount of bricks I've got going on though, right? Let's get some thicker grossness in there. How am I liking 2018? Yeah, Sculptor's Tool going on here. You can see. Let's shrink this down and start to get some higher res information. The other thing I noticed too is if you need if you need more resolution, but you don't want to like move the geometry around just yet. So like, see how tessellated this is? Let's say I like this, the sculpted shapes here, but it's not tessellated enough. If you turn your Z intensity down to 0, but you have your brush size, you can add resolution without sculpting on it, which is pretty cool. So let's turn that back up. Okay, now we're gonna might still be a little too. Preserve memory. Oh man, I need to get a new hard drive. It's getting low, guys. It's getting low. Maybe I should have that as a goal, huh? Regrouted your shower recently. This already looks better. That's tough, man. I don't know what to say to that. That's sad. I feel bad. Okay, so this one's pretty low down there. So let's bring this up here. Just tilt this back here. This side's also kind of low. Okay, so I don't want to take too much time into the grout. And I also want to kind of show you what you can do inside of Substance Designer. Oh, oh. I guess this spot right here might be a little too tiley. Okay, so man, I'm still not sold on this spot here. It's just weird. Get rid of some of these harder lines. So you don't want it to look like you sculpted it, you know? Oh, shit. Hey, guys, see this? This is good. We'll be able to negate this problem pretty easily with a little bit of blur. But when I hold shift to blur, the wrap mode is not on blur. So any blurring I've been doing is not tiling. If it's on the edge, that is. That's freaking great. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep going here. Okay. Gonna get some exercise. Later, man. Enjoy your exercise. Okay, so that's so funny. I fucking knew that would happen. They need to have like a where is it at here? Dynamic per brush, draw size per brush. They need a wrap per brush, I guess. A toggle that turns all of them on. Yeah, you have to turn wrap mode on for each brush. Kind of annoying. It is what it is. So let's go ahead and cry about it more, right? No. Let's I saved it already, but I'll just do it again. So now we're gonna make a document. We're gonna uncheck this one so it doesn't auto fit the window size. We're gonna say new document. I'm not gonna save this document. Then we're going to go in, turn this constraint proportions off. We're gonna just do a 2048 by a 2048. It's important that you don't have a mesh in the scene when you do this resize, or it'll skew the mesh. I think it drops it to the 2.5D space as well. The zoom document button's here again. I must have had a different layout or something. So zoom document, even though it's smaller, right, it's going to be using this. It's still a 2048 by 2048 canvas. What is the advantage of doing the sculpt in ZBrush? There isn't really. It's just more of like a different workflow these days. I mean, especially now that people have gotten pretty used to how Substance Designer works. You can basically do this pretty quickly in Substance Designer, right? So let's drag this out. All right, hold the shift. There's our grout and whatnot. So let's go ahead and we will shift click this square piece. We don't have the perspective on, which is good because you don't want skewing inside of the canvas space from perspective. So I framed up this frame mesh, which is just the quad in the middle, right? Now, if we go to this one, this should be tiling. I'm sure there's some issue somewhere because of the blurring that I was doing. If I turn these on as well, these should all be tiling also. So with that, let's go and let's start grabbing some stuff and see what happens. So if you go to alpha, you'll grab dock and get your height. Look at how low those bricks are in space versus the rest. That now seeing that, it makes me think that I should go in and mess with some of them. Like this one. Let's do this. So I'm gonna draw here, and then I can just so you have all this dark space here. We should probably do it to this one and this one. Just push them down just a little bit. That way there's like an even distribution of that's these two. So there's an even distribution of height difference. So it's this one. Oh, God damn it. Pardon my French. So let's try doing that and that one. Just gonna go down like this. So I'm just gonna unmask this one a little bit, and that one's unmasked. The reason I'm doing that is I want to double check and make sure those frame up. Okay, cool. What was that noise? I heard a crazy noise, and I have no idea what that was. Nothing is telling me what that was. If it was you, tell me. Tell me what you've done. So let's do that. We're going to smooth this out a little bit. Depends on what you're sculpting for your texture. What is the event? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? Okay. Let's grab dock again. A little better. There's some more range, like even distribution of range. Someone's in Din's house. What are you talking about? What? So so we grab dock. Let's export this. We're gonna export this as the height. And then someone in the last stream was asking about color, like ID colors. So we go to this color thing, drag this over here. We're gonna give this. We're gonna do blue for the bricks. Fill object, and then go to the grout. Or no, that was a grout. Sorry. Okay, now we go to the bricks, and let's give it. Let's go green. All right, we'll go green. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do a texture. We're gonna grab. What is that? Grab texture from document and depth. Interesting. Okay, so we've got this one. That probably does both of these at the same time. Probably a little faster. Okay, we'll do ID. Webcam is probably out of sync. That does not surprise me. Yes. Let's see how that goes. Give me a second here. Is it okay now? At least temporarily? Let's go ahead and save this. So this is 7. Okay, Substance Designer time. Greetings. What's up, pro? Thanks for pointing that out as well, Hussein. How you doing? Okay, so we're going to go into Substance Designer. And we have, if everything went well, we have an hour and 15 minutes of Substance Designer to play with. Let me get my tall glass of water. Classy. Oh, so good. Now it's a giant glass of vodka. You know it. You know it. No, that'd be crazy. That'd probably kill me on stream. Imagine that. That'd be terrible. So let's do, we saved one out, and it was tile demo. So this is with the other stuff. So we'll just bring in other maps, which actually it might be grabbing the new. Oh, yeah, because I saved over. That's hilarious. Okay, so, oh, the ID one does not work. Okay, let's look into that. Give me a second here. You guys following all right? Is everything going at a pretty okay speed? This is way faster than the last time around, that's for sure. Cough drop time. Okay. ID. Oh, I see what's going on. So when you get your color ID, make sure your material is off. So go here and just go flat color. That looks like a color ID, right? There's a little dot there too. We'll correct that. Grab doc on that. We'll export ID. We'll go back to Photoshop. Let's kill this real fast. We'll go back here, ID. All right, much better. So I'm just gonna go in and actually paint this out really fast. We don't need that little spot there. Okay, let's save this. Go back here. This is how I cheat to get to path to folders. All right, there's the ID. So we got this. We got a blur going on, which I'll turn off for now. We'll build a normal map off of this using a height to normal node. And then we'll get our ambient occlusion going. Oh man, ambient occlusion in Substance Designer just looks so good. How's everything going? What's up, Graffiti? How you doing? Happy Thursday to you. We're gonna view in 3D. Come on, do it. Not bad. Let's go to the parallax. We're gonna go tessellation. We're gonna switch to let's do a plain high res. And then we're gonna need to displace this a little bit. Maybe a different shape will work. Rounded cube's working pretty well. It seems I'm using a pretty dark let's look into that. Don't need functions, generators, don't need that. Environments. I'm like, does this feel... So like, doesn't this feel really dark to you guys? Might be my base color. So that's working out all right. So you can see there's some stretching here. This is where the sculpting is just a little too harsh in the normal map, where there's just not enough information to stretch. So what you can do is blur that to add some softening in there. You do start to lose some of your sculpting, but this can help quite a bit. So let's blur it a little bit and see how that looks. Yeah, that's cool. Let's look in here, see what's going down. Okay, so I'm a believer in building everything inside of your height map and then going into here from there. Turning it into a normal map, getting your ambient occlusion. Just lower that a little bit. I can never remember. There we go. Control, Shift right click to rotate your environment. Let's see if we can't get some other. All right, this cylinder one works. Let's go into the material, edit. Increased tessellation will also help with the issue that you're seeing. Nice. Let's tile it twice. Okay, so that's working out pretty well, considering. Okay, so let's start detailing some stuff. Oh yeah, there's a seam. See that? That's because I smoothed without because why? Oh, we don't need this too high because then, you know, frame rate. Anyway, this works for me. So that seam, just so everyone knows, happened because when we were in ZBrush and holding down the shift key to smooth, the smooth brush, as you can see when you're in here, if we go to brush, when you hold down shift, you switch brushes, and my smooth did not have the wrap on, so when I smoothed it wouldn't tile the smoothing. Anyway, that's pretty minimal, and with a lot of information going on top, you might not even notice that. So let's go ahead and let's start adding some other details in here. So we're going to do my favorite moisture noise. I'm going to use a blend. In the background, we've got this one. So all of our original stuff is going to be at the bottom here, and then our input maps are going to be over here. And everything will build up to this. We'll press D to dock these because you don't need to be seeing those. So yeah, let's see here. So we're going to blend the moisture. I'm going to bring this up too, and we'll just zoom in on this so you can see what's going on. So I'm going to blend the moisture into this. Oh, look at that. So let's, I guess we can start with the, we'll do this. So it's kind of hitting everything right now. I just want to, oh man, I'm like trying to remember how I, RGB split, yes. So we can just plug that in here. So we'll use the green, we will use the blue channel, as you can see. Plug that into here. And now we're only getting the noise in the blue channel, which is in the on the dirt. Substance Designer is pretty scary. It's all good, man. You'll get it. You'll get used to it, you know? So one cool thing is if you hold down, where's it at here? If you hold down shift on an input or an output, you can pull over and reconnect. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Oh my God. Nom, 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 nom. That's awesome already. I like it. So this splitter is the RGBA split. So like in here, technically you could have in your alpha channel some other information, but there, I don't have anything in there. So let's save this. So let's scale this up a little bit. So it's tiling a little bit more. And then let's oh, hi graffiti. So looking at this, pretty noisy. It's pretty hardcore. There's that seam again. Damn you, seam. So let's use a histogram range. And so one will be full range black to white, right? So in this texture, the full range from darkest to lightest. So if you want to start lowering the range, you can just kind of squish it down. And it just kind of like, you can see in the histogram how it's eating up the darkest and lightest and just kind of mellowing all of that out. If you went to full zero, it would be mid-gray perfect. So you can use that as like a way to bring all of the details a little bit down. And maybe this is tiling too high, or the scale is not representative of the. Oh, there's a global what? Hang on. Oh, I don't remember that being there. That might be new. So let's remove this. It's global. Yeah, so global opacity on this node is doing the same thing as I was just doing with the histogram range. So let's go ahead and just kind of lower that down. If you want to, like, we can start broad, so we can do like a blur high quality grayscale. And turn the quality up and lower the blur. So we're deforming it, but we're not adding like heavy noise yet, right? So it's all about the subtleties. So let's look at some other noises. What's this one look like? Let's experiment with this shape here. Let's read chat real quick here. Dude, everyone starts out as a noob, man. That's just how it is. You can't be pro unless you have something to compare it to, right? Which is noob, and noob is required to become pro. Think about that. Crazy. What's really cool is experiencing someone who's humble while being pro. So just blend these two. Oops. Blend these two together. If these are backwards, you just highlight both of them and press X. It'll flip the connections. I'm a little picky about positioning though, so I'll end up like correcting these. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So we need to, let's do max light and see what that does. So I don't like that. How about X darken? Soft light. Let's try blurring this some more. So I like that one. It's kind of making the overall bit pretty lumpy. You can see in here in the height. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this moisture one. It looks super dope, but that seam wasn't there. I hate you. So let's go ahead and we got that RGB splitter. Let's get some uniform colors in here to represent the roughness. We're gonna blend these two together, and then we're gonna use green. So make these both grayscale. So let's say the bricks are not as, they're more reflective than the grout. Cool? Cool. And then we'll just plug this into this guy. We'll expose roughness. If you go down here, roughness. So now there should be an input for roughness. Yes. And like that. Bricks are a little on the shiny. Just make those broader. Maybe pretty close. I think the grout's gonna be pretty light though. So push Push it a little bit further. This one is pretty dark. Cool. What's that AO look like again? Get pretty dark in there, but that's all right. Looks cool, right? Yeah, cool. Dude, that podcast is really good, Grup. It's interesting listening to those two talk. Or anyone on that show talk. All right, so we got something going on. Maybe we need some... Let's look at some other noises. What's this one like? Yeah, this one's pretty interesting. So you'll see I end up layering a lot of stuff in. So I'm just going to blend this guy into this one. Hey, Kyle, what's up, man? So one downside to doing this is you start to run into this problem where the height of this grout is being pushed down, but this is where the stone is staying the same, and you start getting this really harsh seam. This is kind of why I don't really like working like this. I'd rather just sit in Substance Designer. But I mean, you guys wanted to see this process, so I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the pluses and the minuses of it. You're in Substance too? Oh, I'm surprised, Kyle. Why would you be in Substance? Tweet Noodle. We actually used the Sculptress Pro on the grout stuff in the background. Anyways, one way to get away from that seam problem that's happening is if you do a histogram range at the end of this, zoom into a spot where it's occurring. You see it happening here. And try and, so you still give it the full range. Maybe we'll lower it a little bit. But the position, you shift the position of the entire histogram. So you can position it in a way where it's still like close. But it's not going to be exact on every... Like, it's going to be a little wrong in every spot. Dude, Respawn, all this stuff's super fascinating to me. I love freaking learning. It's too fun. It's too fun, guys. Anyway, let's get onto the bricks a little bit. So I think I will, let's see here. I'll start with this one. We'll invert maybe. Invert grayscale. And then let's do non-linear or non-uniform blur. This one's pretty interesting. If we blur it against itself, you can get this effect, which kind of looks wet. It's weird. Intensity. So you can get like pitting, some soft gradients. Then we'll do like a histogram range, and we'll just kind of mellow out those dark spots. Let's move this down here, and we'll do a blend. Okay, so we're gonna, this is the background, this one is the foreground. Let's try it overlay. Oh my god, the 20 bitteroonies. Thanks, Nathan. Thanks a lot, dude. Yeah, I feel like you can do a lot of this stuff in Substance Designer by itself a lot faster than, you know. Remember, we need to have our raw stuff down here. So this is all happening here. The pitting. We're not masking it yet, I don't think. So we need to go in and mask it by that. Oh, maybe the other way around. There we go. And then oh, this is getting kind of weird. 2 seconds here. So this is the grout. This is the brick. I don't even think you actually need. You just do that. Getting more of that discrepancy stuff going on there. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's plug this in here. Look at that. That's kind of cool. It's actually, this noise is the same, so we can probably just reuse it like this. We can move all of our source nodes down here. Our source noises will be over there, actually. Let's do that. You see, I get really picky about how these are organized. Is this for something? No, this is a request from the stream. So, and just so you guys know, like if this stuff is intimidating to you, oh man, look at those seams. That's so gross. If this stuff's intimidating to you, remember last Monday, or this most recent Monday, was the first time I attempted to do it from Zbrush to Substance Designer in like forever ago, like years. So it's approachable. Don't get freaked out. You guys are capable. You can do it. So before we move on to maybe some albedo stuff, let's add a little bit of noise in here. Let's see what this one looks like. Yeah. One thing to know, if you have a node selected, you also have this connection selected. So if you have that node selected and hit spacebar and then do something like a histogram range, it will build it automatically connected. Okay, so what am I blending that with? Min darken? Divide? Oh, that's kind of cool. Overlay. Really turn down that range just so we get a peak of noise on the surface of these. Maybe we need to Oh, you know what? High pass. Let's look at it. High pass can do some pretty cool stuff. Actually, if I plug it in through here. Yeah, high pass can do some pretty crazy. So I use high pass actually a lot with like when you're playing with your albedo and stuff. Is that mortar temporary? I mean, sure. I don't know. I'm just demoing going from Zbrush because like if you look here, where are we at? We started in here. Talk about crazy. We need a color. We actually sculpted these, which is terrifying. Anyways, those bricks are getting pretty. You're getting pretty. Jeez, stop it. So grunge. Oh wait, we need some grunge. Can't be from Seattle without some grunge. This one, I like this one a lot. Look at that. Let's try plugging that in there. Ooh, yeah. I like that. Oh, wait a minute. We can actually use like flood fill. And we can grab the brick mask. Put it in here. Turn the alpha off so we can see it. And then we can do flood fill position. And then directional warp. Whoops. Is this, I can't even remember. Gradient map. Oh man, my brain is blanking. Kyle, I need your help. Flood fill. I want to use it for directional warp. Random grayscale. There it is. I just remembered. There we go. So this gives you random grayscale values to your bricks. And then we're going to use a directional warp with this noise, and we're just going to use it to, if we start at 0, you can see what happens as you warp. That way you get some misalignment. So let's do like 200. So now they're all kind of crazy, right? And then we'll do a histogram range. And we'll offset it. Let's let me see here. I'm gonna warp it diagonally because that's always interesting. Position. Derp. Thanks, Kyle. It's like, whoa, multiply. Oh my god. You see what it's doing to the bricks is it's pushing them down. Polysocks, what's up? I'm like, derp. Ah, derp. Derp, derp. So what I'm doing right now is I'm lowering the range, but then moving that range's position. So I'm squeezing as much of that information as I can into the highest position. That way the bricks don't get crushed. Let's we're gonna try some stuff though. Whoops. Invert grayscale. And then maybe we don't have to do that. Ah. Let's actually, let's point this to 0.5, 0.5, so it's default, and then let's go into the oh, that's interesting. I kind of like that. So we just tone that down. Tone it way down, way down. Almost non-existent. Let's see what happens with the position. Yeah, so if we move it up. I don't like this being inverted. It's like, I don't like it, guys. Oh, divide. Ah. It's like I want it really subtle, you know? Whoa. So I'm just trying these inputs, see what we can get out of them. Oh, actually we do want it this way. They're like bullet holes. It's true. So one of the downsides of this height map, where is it at here? So if I go in here, you see this brick is pretty, like this spot right here is actually, where is that? Oh, where is it? There's a, there it is. So if I go over this area, You see the value is at like, values right here. So the value is at 231. So there's not a lot of like height map space in there, you know? So it might actually be good to do a levels on this and give us a little bit of room. Let me see where that puts us. 207. I still don't really like the what's going on here. You know what I mean? That means we only have this much room in here to play with. And see, now I'm actually able to do it because I've actually added some room through here. The problem is I'm not seeing much. Let me put that there. And then we'll blend this one here. There we go. So we get the little pockmarks back. Cool. Okay. So it's 8:55. Let's go ahead and try and make some good stuff out of this. Some albedo action. So we'll start with a gradient map. I'm going to sample this background. Let's do this. So if you go to gradient editor, you can go picker, slide across there, get all these colors you want. I'm gonna do another. So I have like tons of different colors going on. Let's environments. It's like, sure. What's the blinking for? Why blinking? Everything all good? That mortar needs some love. Kyle, you need some love. So, Kyle. Oh, man, Waffle. Thanks, buddy. So one thing I want to say about the height map is we're working with what's in here, right? If we were to give this mortar some love, I don't know what you... because the downside is you're limited based on where it's at in this height map. That's one of the biggest downsides, I think, to working in ZBrush and then bringing it into Substance Designer, is you're limiting what you can do because of like how it was sculpted in here, and the masks are already set and locked in. So it's not truly like what do you call it? It's not non-destructive in that sense. So I mean, we can go in and mask in some more information if it'll make Kyle happy. Kyle does this for a living, so he'll never be happy. We'll do it for Kyle. Kyle, what noise would you use? What textures would you be adding? I'm waiting for Kyle to... dude, I bet he took his earphones off. It's like, you son of a bitch. Yeah, son of a. Give that brick some rove. Yeah, so Kyle, to save time, I did not do it, but what you could do is you could render uh, the bricks and the grout individually so that you can have control over them afterwards. So like actually, let's go ahead and do that really fast just so if I go to this one, frame it. Oh, yeah, dude, and the reason the bricks have that issue versus the grout is because the space is so limited, right? In the height information. Like maybe these lower ones we could get some detail in there. The other problem might be that I'm in the environment pumping up that exposure. Let's lower that. But yeah, no, you're totally right. Like the noise, actually for speed's sake, let's just lower the range here of the. What in the actual hell? There we go. See, the other problem is those seams I was talking about, guys. Because they're not fully separated, you can't really do too much. Like you're limiting yourself. That and like, oh, there's that seam again. The was it the grout has like the same noise scale as the brick, which is kind of strange. But I digress. If we were actually trying to make this look really, really good, we should actually separate those out. Oh, you can't do decimal scale on this? Oh, that's gonna. Okay, let's work on that albedo. Such a noob. Ha. What's up, Picklock? I'm gonna call you Lockpick from now on. How's it feel? Ah, dude, are those the graffiti in the background? I wonder if they know. Oh, that's so funny. I bet they do know. That's hilarious. Let's pick those colors. Those are clearly flowers, of course. I'm like, dude, they must know. Oh, I already have a blend. What am I doing? Dang, this song. Oh yeah, I always forget, like dragging this up is super annoying. There's a way, isn't there? There's a way. So I'm using a curvature, using gradient map to turn it into a color, and then blending it on top of this. This is very basic looking right now. Let's look at that curvature node some more. Be careful about that intensity. That's the other thing you got to watch out with the little seams thing we got going on there. You got to be, ugh. That's I'm not liking that. Let's see what the blurry one looks like. Yeah, this one's a little bit more on the look I'm going for. I need to sit down and fully understand these blends. That way I can choose the best option from the get-go. You know what I mean? Do this so we can control the strength of that jazz. Yeah, usually I comb through all of them, but I mean, I feel like if we just knew more about like what the blend is actually doing, because I always forget, you know. Oh, I don't have the base color exposed. Curvature with a histogram scan? Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah. Invert position. Ugh. Let's see what that looks like here. Huh. It's like, give me that contrast. Yeah, see that little edge there? Ugh, that's so gross. Oh yeah, I could wipe out that little edge with the AO mask. So if I put that here, and then ambient occlusion, plug in here. Levels. So we get the AO. Man, it's getting crowded up in here. Let's move this up here. So if we got this, we got the little edge there. Use our AO with levels. I mean, I guess we could even just using that to mask. I think we need to flip these or invert this. There we go. So funny. This is all Band-Aid work because of how we brought this all in. Nope. That works for me. We need to expose. So this node's awesome, base material. Nice, Kyle. Was Monday when we started this? No, we started over a little bit ago at the beginning of the stream. That way we could fully see the workflow and understand like how that's working. So this is gonna make Kyle's skin crawl, but are you ready, Kyle? Oh, what am I doing? Huh. Oops. Oh man, my brain is hurting now. I'm tired. Are you doing it like that? Yeah, you're not supposed to. Kyle, we're not trying to make a good substance. Jeez. We're just showing how you can use ZBrush in conjunction. I kid. I kid. Just give me a second here. Because, like, this was made in a pretty janky way, honestly. It's kind of fun watching Kyle squirm, though. The other thing is you should make your roughness before your albedo. Just for the record, people. Dude, this song is weird, man. I don't know about this. Oh yeah, dude, Daniel's talk's pretty good. I wonder when Ben Wilson's is gonna show up there. Guest stream confirmed? What are you talking about? No, so what I'm doing is, like I was saying earlier, you don't want to do your albedo first. So if we like disconnect that. And then, oh, this music though. Hang on here. So we'll go in here. Let's remove that base color. So what you want to be doing is you want to actually develop your roughness while you're looking without your albedo. And build up from there. And then you should have like a chart with Kyle. Guess with Kyle. Why would we guess with Kyle? I kid. No, we have to wait until we move for more guest stuff. Oh, whoops. Wrong one. Oh, jeez. In here. There we go. Yeah, dude, it's so funny. It's now working in this way. It reminds me why Substance Designer is dope. Because we shouldn't be... You don't need to be doing this. Nice knowing you. Now, Kyle, you're a badass. Come on. So I'm going to remove some of the black. That way we have a more like mid-range. And then if you look at the roughness difference between these two, the grout for sure, because of all the pitting, right, is going to be, the roughness is going to be pretty rough. But when it comes to the brick's going to be pretty rough as well. We'll double click so you can look at it here. But I don't think it would actually be that far away from what the grout is, depending on how smooth it is, right? Man, there's so much lack of detail that I could be adding in here. But I think this is enough to show you guys that you can do texturing from like just bringing in a normal and a mask, or a height and a mask. All that's really changed is it's where these are coming from. And I would actually suggest, if you want to be building tileables like this, photogrammetry, or having the full flexibility of using Substance Designer. And if not, then you need to separate out your bricks from your grout. That way you have individual control of them in the end anyways. We got 10 minutes. If you want, I can separate those out and we can see if I can get that in time. I think all I have to do actually is turn those off. Take this one, color. I guess we don't need the color for that, do we? Let's grab this doc. So this is the, there's some really low points in there. Let's export that. Grout, height. And then let's grab the bricks. So when we grab the bricks, I'm actually gonna, in ZBrush, you should have a backplate with it as well. That way, something is 0. So if we grab doc, you should be able to see. Well, it's not even 0. That's hilarious. Anyways, oh, that's right, because the plane is cutting into the bricks. This is okay though. So now we have these ones. Let's go ahead and export that. We'll just brick height. I think what I'll actually do as well, just because this is all demo stuff, I'm going to package in the ZBrush files. Sadly, it's ZBrush 2018, so if you don't have that, you might be out of luck. I'll give you all the height maps, the masks, the substance file. I'll just bundle it all in one little download. And we'll put it on the Discord somewhere in some form. Okay, so let's close this. Let's go ahead and open this guy. So we got grout height, brick height. Let's grab those, drag them into here. Just import these. Oh, they're not 8-bit. What the hell is that? What? They're 8-bit. They're not 16. Says there. It says they are now. We'll see. I don't know about that. So we'll continue to use this mask. But you don't necessarily need it. Holy messages. Do you refer to the substance graphs getting heavy? What do you mean? Oh, I see. You're responding to yeah, so I highly suggest not using substance plugins directly in your engine. It's just heavy. The calculation time to create this, it becomes very heavy, you know? Oh, my stomach is growling. Why is my stomach growling? That's weird. Sounds of color, guys. Anywho, let's so we got the grout. Where is the grout becoming its own? It's right here. So we're going to take the same blend. We don't need a mask. And we'll just plug the grout directly into this. Oh. So we're bypassing having to use masks and stuff. We're adding the noise to the grout. See, this will allow us to have a lot of control of the grout later on. Let's see here. For the height. Yeah, so that's a grout, and then it turns into this spot here. So this is all plugged in now correctly. But because we can do like a height blend. So we can make this the bottom. Oh, this is going to get weird. I'm like, what do I do with the brick? It's right here. Okay, so this is when the brick comes in. Now we don't need the mask for that. You see the edges immediately fixed themselves, minus the tessellation problem. And turn that up. Okay, so now we got the brick and the grout are right here. This is a little messy, but you can see they're separated. End result is getting blended here. No, wait. Oh, it's getting blended here. Okay, so there's the grout. And what would have been the bricks right here gets plugged into here. Okay, and then this. Oops. This will go like okay. So now I can take this height blend node and actually I should be able to offset the I should be able to lift the grout up over the bricks. Yeah, so now having those separated out, man, it's so much easier to get the results you're looking for. That, and now we can start adding stuff inside of the grout itself. I've never actually made a pretty decent grout, though. Kyle, if you got it. Hamish Bode, buddy, what's going on? How's it going, dude? We just went through the meat grinder of, like, trying something out. It's rough. How's it going, Hamish? Dude, super chill weekend. Dude, Far Cry 5 is freaking sick, man. Yeah, we've got a 5-day weekend. Feels good, man. Oh, see these like deeper areas too? Because we've got the grout separated out, we can actually do like a histogram range and flatten out. We can do full range. Actually, we don't want that. We want levels. So you can go into the levels and actually like clip the lowest points. So you can see here, this low point here, And as you bring that up, it's madness, man. It's madness. We're about out of here, guys. Oh, 5? Sorry, not 5. 4. I meant 4, Hamish. I apologize. Don't get stoked. I'm talking about Far Cry 5, and then I said 5 days vacation. I mean, I still have 5 days of vacation. Quick, get it into engine. Oh, get out of here. We only have 1 minute. There's no way. But yeah, thanks for putting up with this ride. Kyle, thanks, dude, for everything. I'm sorry that I was as rigid as this process. It's not an easy one, that's for sure. I prefer Substance Designer. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Thanks for the lesson. No problem, dude. I mean, I don't know how much of a lesson it was. We didn't really try and go into proper substance designer work. Oh, there's so much weird blending stuff going on. Your jelly of the weekend. Dude, I have 5 days of vacation. I'm gonna try not to use them so that next year I can have 30 days. And I use 30 days of vacation. I don't know what Karma and I are gonna do, but we're gonna do something. We'll figure something out, man. This where'd that hype blend node go to? So see that it even gives you a mask, which is kind of cool. Pretty nice. So you probably use that on your albedo masking, yeah. And then albedo should be correct now. And then you can just plug that into your albedo. Albedo is pretty whack too. We should build a better one. Ugh, it's gross. I don't like it. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Thanks for hanging out. You guys have a great extended weekend for the people experiencing it. Happy Easter holiday for you, Splinter Shield, and anyone else who celebrates. Celebrate us. I'll check you guys later. You take care, Respawn. You take care. Splinter Shield. Good, sir. Nathan, cheers, man. Polly Socks. Hey, Sir Waffle Pants, thank you for the 8-month sub. Nathan Brown for the 20 bits. Ontlybot for the follow. Thank you. I'll see you guys later. Huh?